Hello survivors, welcome to another Conquest Dark. We are going to go back into the scorching wastes, because last time we played we were perma-stunned, and I want to show you guys a build with the Oathkeeper that's going to be absolutely disgusting. Also the Oathkeeper, we've got the Borean Oathkeeper now as well, instead of just a human one, and that's going to give us these racial traits. As you can see, we get bonus health from the class bonus with health regeneration, and we also get solar resistance, lunar resistance and a negative bonus health and a negative and reduced bleeding, but we do get the instant attack and movement speed, where this one over here is just primal resistance. So we're actually going to stick to a human Oathkeeper, but we are going to be looking for... Actually, we got solar damage over there, so we'll keep it. Now, I've been doing this for quite a little bit of time, and there's a couple of things that we've actually found. We've got the Dishonored Champion, which gives us divine devotion, auras, and health regeneration, which is perfect. And we're going to be playing with the base Oathkeeper class. So, actually, weapon doesn't really matter too much, but the most important thing is you don't want Divine Purge. You want Oathbringer or Hammer of Soul. We are going to be playing with Oathbringer because of the 35% chance to block. It's really, really strong. Extra HP as well. And the block ability. You do get the block ability and chance to block on the Hammer of Soul, but it's far less. I mean, that 20% is going to go a really long way, and you're going to see why very, very soon. So stick around. This is going to be absolutely bonkers. We're literally going to have max block, which is sitting at 75%, in case you were wondering. And we're going to get the Praise the Sun. We're going to get the block one. I actually don't know the name for it. And then there's one that does, whenever you block, you deal damage back to, or damage reflected to enemies. And we get to a really high amount with that as well, because there are some gems that you can pick up that give you a high amount there. Now, in terms of skills, we've got like Holy Bolt, we've got Spears, which also do quite a lot, but Shield of Vengeance deals the most amount of damage, and we've got the empty rune slots for it, so we are going to be running with Shield of Vengeance, and we are going to do massive, and when I say massive, I mean massive amounts of damage with that shield weapon. So everything will come to fruition very soon. I don't want to use any rerolls, and I'm going to show you why when we pick up gear. So no rerolls used just yet. They will be used when we get gear. So it is Praise the Sun, Ardent Defender, and Bulwark. You can see 250% damage reflected on block. And then we've also got the 40% block chance now and bonus HP. So try and max out the block first. We also look for gear that has block on it, which is the Sun Blessed armor, which is the armor set for the Oathkeeper specifically. Or you unlock it by playing, I think it's either from their faction or some of the areas that you just unlock the armor from. Alright, Aura of Soul, we leveled up recently to get the rune slots. Again, that's going to come in handy because we got some runes that are going to be fantastic. Boss just absolutely melting. Here's an imbuement. We're going to imbue the Shield of Vengeance, and we are going to imbue it with critical hit chance, critical hit damage, and then we're also going to imbue it with, I think, just flat damage or something, but we will see. So here's the first set of armor, Sun Blessed armor. What's really cool is we can go and rarity up them. So we are going to do that because we want, like this one over here with the 45% block chance, rarity them up. Oh, wait, it changes them though. We'll do one more rarity up, and we actually get these legendary ones. We do get Sun Blessed, which is perfect. And what it does is it gives us a lot of resistance, a lot of power ability damage, extra damage, chance to burn with solar damage. And I believe they give extra stats. So we get a passive ability called Freezing Vortex as well. So we're going to grab that. Now we've got a Freezing Vortex around our character as well, which is really cool. So free skill, awesome. I wonder if that's going to affect our character in any way. No, because Aura of Soul is a passive ability as well. So if you level up those skills, you can upgrade them, which is really cool. I mean, if you level up the equipment and make it ancient rarity. Alright, Bulwark. Want to focus on that. But essentially, we already sitting at a chance to just AFK. Alright, we don't have enough here. We are going to grab the Sun Blessed, so we get the block chance and the block chance from the set. But everything's absolutely being destroyed. Shield of Vengeance now. We're going to go for the critical hit damage. Beautiful. And then we get another one. We're getting these way too quickly though, unfortunately, but we will get more chances to upgrade it later. Once we've done the one passive here and the other passives here, we can then start skipping them, and that's going to allow us to get more ancient qualities. We just got to hope that more drop. Otherwise, we have unlocked a mode in the game which is next to nearly impossible to win. It actually tells you that this is impossible to beat, that it is just there for, I don't even know what's there, but it says with the current progression in the game, it's impossible to beat this. So, you know, me being like, okay, well, this build is actually insane, let me try and use it. I went to it, and yeah, that boss absolutely destroys you. So originally we thought this guy over here with the perma stun was doing magic witchcraft, you know, and wizardry, but it actually turns out that wasn't even that bad. Wait. I'll show you after the round where it is and what I'm talking about and the message that the developers have put in the game for you. And then if you are playing along, or if you are playing the game yourselves, you can always go and take a look at it and see what it's like. But yes, this is generally the gameplay. We can actually stand still and not have to worry about anything. Alright, we did unlock Spectral Steed. You can see the damage is less than shield charge, but it is solar damage, so we enjoy it. It's also pretty cool because it allows you to move into the enemy, so I think it's a really cool movement ability. The fact that it has like this really cool animation as well, that's just really cool. I love that. The developers have done a really good job with this game. Alright, first boss fight. Not too worried about him. We do get these, which we want the Crest of the Lightbringer, which does whenever we block, or whenever you block at a chance, there's whenever you block an attack, there's 50% chance that we deal 2500 solar damage to enemies caught in the area, and it also heals us, so very good over there. But we are looking for other things that fell. There we go, there's the rune. I want the rune first, and we're going to grab the Shield of Vengeance rune. And we picked up, I think it was Eldritch over here. No, it wasn't. Was it this one? No. So it must have been over here. Damage to burning enemies, 82% increased. So you're going to see now that we're actually going to increase the chance that we have to burn enemies using other things. Ah, man. What do we want here? All damage and attack speed? No. I guess we're just going for the Sun Blessed set. Is there a way to see? Oh, there is. Okay, so what is this? The helmet. And then we've got feet. And we don't have any soul fragments. Alright, we'll go for the Sun Blessed Cough. Quite a lot of... I didn't even know you could check these things out though. Alright, also apparently the faction level goes over 20. I didn't even know that. I thought it stops at 20. I think 20 was when you get all the rewards though. But we still seem to be getting some XP for it, so I've got to look at that as well. But I was so sure 20 was the highest level. I'm not sure if the game gives you anything else after hitting past 20. Alright, Bulwark is complete. We have hit max block now. So the thing is now we will land up getting hit as well. We won't necessarily block everything, but you are going to notice that one shield bash is going to be, shield throw is doing a whack ton of damage. And then also the... just in general, we don't have to do much. Alright, power ability. I guess we go for the final one over here for the set. I always thought that was a 5 set. We could go for bleed reduction, but we don't have to worry about that. We'll just go the passive ability damage. Alright, Aura of Soul. We want 2 things. The first one is going to be chance to burn with solar damage. And then we also want attack reach. So chance to burn. So now every time an enemy runs into us, they are going to burn. Also the game just like absolutely tanked there for some reason. First time that's happened to me. And we're just going to run. We see some XP on the floor. Pick up all the currency over here. I love that movement ability. It's so cool. Okay, we can take Ardent Defender now. So now we deflect damage back to enemies as well. We've got the Light Crest as well. The Crest of the Lightbringer. And we might not even need Reach, but it would be nice. There is a chance that some enemies will drop you stuff beforehand. Before you get to like the boss fights and things like that. But we'll see what happens. By the way, this is on Corruption level 2 as well, which means that the enemies have more HP and more damage. I do like that we get the freezing vortex. What we could do is there is the Frostfire artifact as well that we could get. We aren't getting it this time, but in future we might leave the Crest of the Lightbringer and grab Frostfire as well. If we get like another ancient that gives us freezing vortex, but otherwise there are other things that we look for. So here's the next boss fight. Oh, it's the double one. Actually, this works pretty well for us. So we literally just stand on top of them. It doesn't matter. We have max block. I doubt they're going to be able to do anything to us. There we go. The one's down. We get what we're looking for. And we're going to grab Reach. So now you see the area of effect gets increased. All that does is it allows it so that enemies will burn before we hit them with the shield. So we don't have to worry about them too much. Okay, so now we do get this. Each time enemy takes burning damage, it has 20% chance to burst in flames. So that's a pretty cool one. We could get that instead of Crest of the Lightbringer. Frostfire Gem, whenever damaging attacks cause enemies to burn, they're also affected by freeze. Whenever they are frozen, enemies also affected by burn. So that works really well with Freezing Vortex. But we're actually going to be grabbing the Band of Primal Power. So your critical strikes have a chance to become mega, dealing 10 times the normal critical strike damage. And because our critical strike damage for the skill is also increased by 150%, that means that we're going to be doing 1,500% critical hit damage. So there's that. Okay, so now we skip these because we don't need anything else from them necessarily. I don't know if the game... I'm going to skip one more and then we'll see. Oh, there is a piece of gear over there actually. Barrier's pretty good. Critical hits, again, we're skipping these. I don't know if there's another one. Critical hit chance, definitely. Oh, ooh. What is our critical hit chance sitting on actually? If we go here, critical hit chance is only 3% and our critical hit damage is 20%. Okay, let's go. So let's see here. This is... Oh, but wait, that's not for the skill. Does it tell us the skill's damage? I don't think that... That's just our characters' for their own damage. So here we actually get ancient leg parts, which is, oh, that's what we have already. I was like, that's kind of telling us already. Let's go and, oh, we can't afford the rarity up yet. So we'll take an upgrade to this. I just need, I think, 2 more pieces. So I think next boss fight we'll be able to rarity up a piece of gear. Alright, so now you can see kind of the things that are happening. What's going to happen is every time we block, there's also a 50% chance that we heal. So we don't really have to worry too much about taking damage. We have quite a lot of HP as well, so everything heals us pretty much. Want to go pick up those crests. These things over here. Oh, it's juicy when we pick up these. We need so many of those. Praise the Sun. We're nearly 5 of 5. And then we got the Ardent Defender, which will start showing up far more often once we finished Praise the Sun. Alright, so far we can start seeing it. 229,000 damage over there with one of our crits. Beautiful to see. I love this part when they jump into you. Okay, we did get the leggings, so we can either go all damage or passive ability upgrade. Because these are both passive abilities, it's going to increase their damage, but all damage is looking a lot better for us, so we're going to grab that instead. Okay, here we go. This one we get to skip. So one more. We just need another enemy like that. That's going to drop us a rune that we can skip. So we can get another piece to ancient gear and see what other passives we can get from those pieces of gear. I love this. We don't even have to move right now. And you can see everything is absolutely being defeated by itself. We could actually skip things like this. Over here, we don't get anything we really wanted. We could go recovery. I'm going to skip it just so now we do have enough of the rerolls. They are actually, you could get +3 rerolls from... I must look into that. There's sometimes in the class choice option, like instead of like rarer gear is a good option to get, and then there's also the opportunity to get yourself more not rarer gear but also rerolls, so we must have a look at that. There's also passive stat upgrades, so I think there is a place where we can get more rerolls as well from doing... There's one more mission we haven't completed, and I think it might open up another road to another hard mission, and we haven't done the endless run yet either, which might give us some rewards at least. So I must look into that and see what happens. Alright, there's Praise the Sun, so that's finished now. We do have the 6. We just gotta hope. It might be more than 6 though, I could be wrong. Well, it was 3 to upgrade. And let's see how big of a damage we can do. So now we can see enemies are burning as soon as they enter the circle. And then our Shield of Vengeance deals more damage to enemies that are burning. So the combination's really cool. It was really fun. This was the guy that absolutely destroyed us. You can see, even though he is stunning us, doesn't matter. Also, because we have leveled up the corruption, the timer is a lot faster. But there we go. Payback for this guy. Absolutely got destroyed. Fantastic. Bleed rate. I think we're going to remove that or get more of that. And what could we put into Aura of Soul? We could make it deal more damage, but we don't need to do that. Chance to stun. No. Instant attack chance. No. We could make it lunar damage, but we're not going to. We could make it solar damage. It does give it increased damage, and it does already do solar damage, so it's just literally going to give it an increase to the damage. But it doesn't need to have anything, so we're going to skip that. Here is a upgrade. Like I mentioned, we're going to go rarity up, and it costs 5 for the next rarity. That's very, very irritating. Ugh, no. Alright. So we're going to need a +5. I wonder if that means that... Or maybe next time it's only a +3. We'll see what happens. It might be a lot easier to go forward from there. But this is the first time we've gone to a tier 4 match. I didn't actually realize that. I guess adding to the corruption makes things harder or last longer, or because we've already beat the stage once, you get new fights. I actually do not know. But yeah, like I mentioned, the build is really, really good. We can go back for some health regeneration. There's only 3 of them. Yeah, 3. So we still need 3 there, 3 there. And then we can start skipping them, I think. There's no real passive that we need that's going to help us deal more damage necessarily. I love it. Alright, solar damage gets increased. We get another rune which we can skip. We get another one over here which we can skip, which puts us onto 6. And then we actually get the rarity up over here. But again, we don't have enough because we needed 5 and whatever. These legs... Did we not increase the... We did... Oh, we did. Okay, wait. So we needed 3 and 5. So I'm going to skip this. And then next time we get... Oh, look at that. Chance to burn with... we're actually going to leave that. So we're going to go and... How come rarity up didn't make them rare? I'm sure I took the blue one. Alright, we'll skip it again though. We don't want to take too much damage. Now I know I'm shooting myself a little bit in the foot over here by not grabbing gear. But getting ancient armor is whack. I mean, you could see like we get free passives. So let's see what else we can get. Alright, Bulwark. I'm gonna Bulwark the Defender, Ardent Defender. So now we are blocking with an additional 750% or damage reflected. And that's that blue damage that you keep seeing on them. So they actually are hitting themselves, literally. It's like running Thornmail in League of Legends, or... what was Dota's one? You know, just having everything. Or Thorns in PoE or whatever. It doesn't really matter too much. Okay, this says max rarity. So that absolutely makes no sense to me. I don't know why it's not letting me increase the rarity of these. So that's weird. We could go for movement speed. Could be good, but doesn't really affect us too much. Passive ability damage goes to 135. And this one goes to 120. So I guess we'll take the +2. And then we can go for resistance and chance to burn. Chance for XP orbs. I don't think we need that many levels. And then we can skip that. Why did the gear all of a sudden... They knew what I was trying to do. That's not cool. So it's like you have to skip in the very beginning of the game before you pick the gear to get the rarity up, it would seem. But like I mentioned before, lots of healing happening with us. Time to get on my spectral steed. It does no damage. It's so sad. Like if you compare it to like the Barb's Leap Slam and things like that, this guy does no damage. Okay, we're going to take the life regen. And I've never done this fight, so don't know what to expect here. We're going to take out the range. Well, actually, it's not that we have to focus the range target. It's just if we are right on top of them, then it's a lot easier for us to deal more damage to them faster. So one's down already. We can pick that up. That's actually 2 down. We get re-rolls, but I'm not going to do that. We'll do the primary attack ability damage. And here we go. Let's see what happens. We're going to rarity it up. Rarity it up again. And we only got the enhanced helmets plus. See, it didn't work. You have to rarity them up when you do the other option. It just doesn't work this way. That's unfortunate. What can we do with Spectral Steed? Guess we'll just go with solar damage. And we just stand still. There's nothing we have to worry about. I'm interested to see what the 2-minute boss is going to be. And done. Alright, let's go with... Oof, none of these are really good. We'll just re-roll this one. Ability damage. Power ability damage. Increase... oh man, these are all really bad. Target amount or chain target? Chain target we do sometimes use, but that's okay. That stuff seems to actually be hurting us now. I think this is where resistances come in handy. I'm actually having to move. I mean, we probably could stand still, actually. Let's just check. I don't know why I was so worried. We can just stand still. I mean, they do hit quite hard, but I hit just as hard, so... Okay, we lost HP there, so that isn't good. We're gonna grab this. Did not expect for us to lose any HP there. Not sure entirely what we have going over here, but slowly and surely we are surviving. Another way to survive things like this is on the gear there is the chance to spawn health drops. So that is something else you can use quite a lot to get away with, you know, standing still and taking a lot of damage for free. I'm very curious to see what the rewards that we get for beating this are, because there was nothing else for us to unlock necessarily. This is just more of a let's see how far we can push the build. I did see, I think I saw 600,000 damage. Yeah, I just saw 500,000 damage over there as well. Go Ardent Defender, max level. And then we can get our HP regeneration up as well, because the more health regen we have, the better it's going to be for us. Just want to run every so often. I mean, I know we are, you can see we are taking damage, we are getting hit. But the light crest is keeping us alive with the healing. Oh, they do hit real hard though. That is not a joke. I'm taking... Oh, they're doing damage over time to me. I don't know if it's this guy specifically, but something was doing damage over time to us. Could have been him, actually. We just need to beat this guy. Okay, we healed up more. He's nearly done for. And there we go, Scorcher defeated. That was actually really hectic. I'm going to go and increase our primal resistance because I think everything that we're currently fighting right now is doing damage to us using other means. That doesn't work. What can we do over here? Damage converted to Luna is not going to help us. We're going to have to skip this. There's nothing we can use there. Alright, we've got passive ability damage. It doesn't give us anything else more. I mean, block is maxed at 75%, so we don't really have anything over here except for going with these. We could reroll, but that's whatever. Okay, there's the end of that. We could see there's instant attack and then projectile attack and amount, and those don't help us, so that's why we don't look for them. Ooh. Okay, double shot chance is really good for a ranger. So that's really cool. Those are new ruins for us. And we actually got a caravan over here. So let's see if we can defeat them. I didn't see the message for the spirit caravan, unfortunately. But sometimes these things take forever with the build that we're playing to be defeated. Depends if we get one of those really lucky crits off or not. Okay, we did defeat the one. I don't think we're going to get to defeating... Oh, we did. The actual camel, though, unfortunately got away from us. But you can just see how much burning damage... Oh, that burning damage came in clutch right there, ladies and gentlemen. Did you see that? Ooh. Hello there. It's the first time I've seen something like that. And we're back to these guys jumping on us now. But we've only got a minute left. We might as well just try and move around, not necessarily take fatal damage, because just now all we'll see is my life crumbling before me. What does this mean? Power. Is that our player power? 3. What is just power? Just power. That's everything. I wonder how much difference 10 power does. Attack force as well has to do probably with your actual auto attack. But things are getting really hectic over here for us. Oh, that was a lot of damage we actually did with our with our dodge attack. I did not expect it to do in the tens of thousands of damage. So it must have been a lucky crit. And then we've got the unavoidable, unfortunately, now tier 5. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, there's no way to survive these things. But ritual concluded. So we did unlock some new things over there. I think you can just keep doing them on higher corruptions, and it does give you like primordial soul coins and corrupted soul coins. We actually got plus 26 there. A lot of XP as well, and a faction level. But let's just see if the faction levels do go over rewards, and it doesn't look like it does. I'm not. Oh, you can go up to level 25 and you gain solar damage per level. So that does help, but there's nothing to really unlock after 25. So we'll probably do that just for the solar damage. And then we are going to look at future upgrades and see what we can get. But yeah, so we did have a double corruption over here. I didn't actually know that it increased the... I guess it's the more you play an area, the... Oh, there we go. Ritual length extended to tier 5. So it's more about me just not actually paying attention. And then this is the part that I was talking about. This encounter is hard. You are not expected to beat it with the current available power in the game. But if you beat the first boss, there are some insane rewards that you can get. Like this weapon seems amazing. Then there's also like Ancient Arrowhead. There's a Titan Slayer over here. There's a lot of resources. Stray Leg. What is this? Two-handed exotic weapon, Altar of Blood, and then there's these things, permanent stat upgrades, so damage to burning, damage to stunned, movement speed, critical hit damage, and damage to frozen for each of the things. But yeah, there's no way to beat that right now. There's also this rune over here, and there's no way to get there. And then there's also these locations. I think this one might unlock if you beat the Pale Desolation, which we'll do in the future. And then there's a whole lot of other things that we have no idea how to get there just yet, but probably future content. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And always remember, keep safe, survivors. Until next time, cheers.